If I wouldn't have noticed this before, all of the tools and pipes would have gotten messed up, and that would have made me have to replace everything that I just installed. Luckily, we got everything that we need in order to fix that. But hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my videos. Alright, in my last video, I ended up setting up my 60-gallon compressor. But the other day, I was actually using the compressor in the new setup. And you guys are gonna get to see that video pretty soon. But let me show you guys a little sneak peek of what I did in that video. Ka-chow! But yeah, basically I was sanding down that piece right there, and I realized that the tool that I was using had some water leaking out of it. And I ended up doing a little bit more research, and turns out that the compressor is gonna build up a lot of heat, and because of that there's gonna be a lot of vaporized water inside the actual compressor and the pipelines. I thought that the only kind of filter that I was gonna need was gonna be this one right here, that one right there, but I was wrong. I was using my tool and it requires air in order to work, but the air lines had water in them and they were basically transferring the water into the water was going into the tools. I don't want to keep using this setup if it's gonna cause all of my power tools to go bad, because some of the tools that I got run on oil, so water and oil don't mix really well. So I did a little bit of research on how I can deal with that, because no matter what I do, there's gonna be water building up. All I gotta do is figure out a way on how to be able to bleed it out without having to do a big hustle. And this is what I mean by a big hustle. So when I found out that there was water in the tubing systems, what I did immediately was I ended up bleeding everything out. And what bleeding means is I took all of the water out of the system and there's basically no more water in there. I had to disconnect this from there and then turn on the compressor and just let the air blow all of the water out. But there was also water inside the air lines, so I had to disconnect all of the fittings and then connect this to the air lines and then just let air blow out through here. Same thing as the pipes, just so that all the water can blow out. And I basically did it to all three, and believe it or not, there was a lot of water inside those tubings. I didn't expect them to have that much water because I got that filter over there, but turns out that you need to put a filter in each hose. So again, I got all the stuff that we're gonna need to do that, but we're gonna be doing that in today's video. The only reason I'm showing you guys this is because I was gonna upload a video this Sunday, but I wasn't able to finish the video because I had to stop what I was doing in order to make sure that none of my tools get messed up, or that all of the money that I just invested in the pipes wouldn't go to waste. So we basically paused that video so that we can do this video, and I'm uploading this video so that you guys know why I didn't upload on Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna be taking care of that today. It should be a pretty simple and easy process. I'm actually pretty happy with the setup and the concept that I got in mind for this. So without further ado, let me show you guys what I got. I got everything that I need laid out in my desk. I got the air filters right here. I got some new filters that are gonna connect to the air tools. When I was putting these on, I ended up tightening them too much and I cracked the bottom of them, so they've been leaking a little bit of air here and there. And I did the same with all three, so I ended up just buying 3 new ones, and I'm gonna make sure I don't over tighten it this time. I also went ahead and got this new coupler. The one that I had was red, and all the fittings that I got in the garage are blue. So when I went to the store, I saw that there was a blue one in stock, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I'm happy that all of the colors are going to be matching now. And then I got all of the special fittings and adapters that we're going to be using. I got a T-fitting, an elbow, and then again all the fittings and adapters that I'm going to be using. I also got a 1/2-inch ball valve and a 3/8 one. That's basically all of the stuff that I'm going to be using to fix the issue that we got going on right now. But I'm going to set it up in the table. I'm going to give you guys another walkthrough of why I'm doing it this way, and then we're actually going to put it on the new system. Alright, so I got all of the other pieces here, but I just wanted to show you guys really quick what the setup's going to look like. So we're going to start with this nipple right here. This nipple is going to connect to that elbow right there. And then once that nipple's in there, I'm gonna put this T-fitting. Once the T-fitting's in there, I'm gonna be able to put the valve right under it. This is so that I can always open it and then just basically bleed the air system, so that I don't have to remove all of this to bleed it out. So this is gonna go right under there, and then I can always just open it, and then all the water is gonna go flushing down. And then so that I can filter basically all of the water that goes into this, I put this special elbow on top of the T-fitting, another nipple right here, and then this is gonna connect to the air filter. This is the air filter, by the way, guys. It's a Husky It's rated for 150 psi. I usually run 80 or 90 on my line, so this is more than enough. I got two of these, as you guys can see. I'm gonna put one on this one on that one, but they're both 1/4. But because that hose over there is a 1/2 inch, I decided to get a 1/2 inch air filter. I bought this one at Harbor's Freight, and then I bought these two at Home Depot. But this is gonna connect to this nipple right here. The other end of this hose, which is gonna be this right here, is gonna connect to this part right here. So I'm gonna put this one first. Once I put this one, I'm gonna move over to that one, and then that one over there. So let's put this bad boy on. Alright, so this is what the setup looks like. Basically, this is a shut-off valve. Any water that's in the pipes, I can just open up the airway, and then it's gonna blow again all of the water out of this way. Any water that doesn't go out through this way is still gonna be trapped inside this filter. Now I put this filter here because you're supposed to put a filter right before it enters the hose. So I ended up putting this one right here. So any water that doesn't come out through here is gonna get trapped inside this compartment. And as you guys can see, it's the Husky one that I was telling you guys about. And then all I gotta do to release the water is I gotta push up, and then it's just gonna spray the water out. I'm really happy that I got that set up now. This is gonna benefit us in two ways. One, any water that doesn't get bleed out is gonna get trapped in here, and then we can easily bleed out all of the water inside the pipes thanks to this shutoff valve. I'm gonna put one in each entrance, like I said. I got them laid out right here. This setup right here is the one that's gonna go in that one, and then this setup right here, which is the 1/2 inch one, it's gonna go in the 1/2 inch hose. All I gotta do now is get the end of that hose, which is right here, and connect it to the coupler. So now we should have nice clean air every time that we use this hose. And that setup actually looks badass. Like, I'm really happy with how this piping came out, and I can't wait to put it to use. Now that we got that installed, I can go ahead and put the new air filters that are gonna connect to the power tools. So let me show you guys what I mean by that. So this is a Merlin air filter. It's rated for 90 psi, but again, I usually run 80 on all of my airlines. And this basically connects to this adapter right here. And then you put a coupler on the other end, which is this one right here. So not only do we have that air filter over there, we're also gonna have this air filter and then that air filter. So now we have 3 different kinds of air filters that are gonna be filtering all of the air so that we don't get any moisture or water inside our tools. So let's go ahead and put that moisture filter on there. Just like that, we're gonna hopefully be water free. I am gonna give you guys an update on this setup in next week's video. I am not gonna be using it and testing it out today. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put the one that's gonna go in this one right here. Once that one's in it, we're gonna move over to that one. So I'm not gonna show you guys that because I would time lapse it, but that's basically gonna be it. So I'm not gonna show you guys how I put those on because you guys already saw how I put this one on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and install the rest of the pieces like I told you guys. So that's pretty much gonna be it for today's video. If you guys want to see and know if we're actually staying water free with the new setup, check out next week's video. I'm gonna finish recording the other video that I was telling you guys about, but I had to stop that because we cannot have any water in these airlines. So I'm really happy that we fixed that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.